What's up, guys? Welcome back to Insanely Chill. This is the weekend edition, and I'm joined with my friends and YouTubers Zane Hijazi and Matt King. And
this is great.
All right,
I'm having a lot of fun.
Now let's start talking about shit. Now,
okay.
Do you listen to podcasts? Like,
I don't.
Yeah.
I listen to David's and Jason's, and they're not themselves. I really like it. Like the way they talk, the way they like work off each other. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah,
it was like not them. Like they don't talk like that in person. So
yeah,
it was
they really
like,
have a good like. I mean, they already have a good chemistry, but like hearing them like through audio is like
no, exactly. Yeah,
it's cool. Good. It's cool hearing like the behind the scenes shit about their just like the vlogs and everything.
Exactly, and I keep telling them they need to go like longer, like on their podcast. Like, it's still like I'm like deeper because I'm like that's where all like the good stories come out. Like I want to hear about that time you were in high school. I want to hear about Jason when he was younger, and it's when you uncover all the good gems.
I don't think they understand how like it's good to do that. They think it's bad to like go off topic and get deep into something.
Yeah, because it seems like he's worried that like there's people that are listening that don't watch YouTube. You know,
right?
So
and
like,
he's very like mindful of like saying my girlfriend Liza, or if you don't know me and Jason,
exactly.
we did this YouTube.
That's
thing.
good. Yeah, no, that's awesome.
But it's like I think like it's just so interesting. Like no matter if you're into YouTube or not, like just hearing the beside, like, especially if you watch the vlogs, they're so like fast paced and it's like so much shit happens, and then like just like hearing them slowly talk about it, like what it took to do that bit or whatever is really interesting.
Exactly.
But yours are different.
Yeah, dude, I don't know what mine is, honestly. Like, everybody has their like a certain pattern. I don't. I pull out my fucking camera and I just record. I talk to Heath about something, and that would be like the whole vlog.
Yeah,
and then I post it, and I don't know.
It's dope though. I like it's cool. Like, I mean, first of all, you guys are fucking hilarious.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah, all of you. And it's just cool. Like, it's totally different. You get to know you two, and your relationship, and it's like the inside jokes and everything. Whereas like David is very much like comedy. Like this is a bit.
Yeah, his has just like a whole different pace. Too.
Yeah.
Do you miss vlogging at all, or like
I do
back in your vlogging days?
I do. Yeah,
you were good. You kind of like spit out stuff like David would in his.
Yeah, I mean, I was totally copying his style.
Really?
I mean, it's a vlog. There's there's not like a a standard style to it, but I always loved yours because you always have a good group of friends that aren't like internet creators. And all of you guys are like really funny.
That was the good thing about your vlogs. Like you had all these people that did not like pull out their phones. You got to be the guy that pull out his camera and like vlog, and like that's what David wanted, and like it just got bad and everybody started pulling out cameras and was like, fuck.
Yeah, what was that like? That moment where were you the first one to start?
No, I wasn't. It was first I don't know if it was Carly and Aaron or Scott.
Carly and Aaron were before you, definitely.
But like David didn't mind them because they weren't around us a lot. They kind of did their own thing, and kind of when they came over, they put their cameras down, and like that's when like David was there. But no, like Scotty was the first one, and this is when we're all like home for the holidays.
Okay.
Am I supposed to be hearing myself?
Yeah.
I can't hear myself.
Oh, really?
No. Maybe I don't know.
It's maybe the headphones.
Maybe it is the headphones. It's all good. Let's go back up.
Sorry. Keep going.
Fuck, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, we're all on vacation. Scott like was by himself, so he like kind of did a vlog, and like we thought it was great. Like, oh shit, like this guy's vlogging. I come home from Christmas and from vacation. I was like, you know what? I want to buy a camera too. And like you could see David kind of like, oh man, fuck, like I was supposed to be the one getting everything. Now everybody like he wanted to like follow a certain storyline. Yeah, and now he was worried that it was going to get ruined by us filming other stuff when he isn't filming. Right. He like wanted to get everything, but like he didn't understand that people want to see everybody's side. Yeah. Like because like we all like it was bad in the beginning, but now we're really good at not pulling out our stuff at the same time. Like we'll all think of something we want to do, and then we'll meet up and then we'll do it. Yeah,
but that's something I wanted to talk about was that like you guys seem like you're really good at like finding moments to film and like not always having the camera. I mean, like last night, like we all went out and like nobody had a camera out at any point. Well, it's like, all right, this is the time where we were like, and it seems like that would make sense like, in terms of like you coordinating all of your guys' cameras. Mm-hmm. It's like
the only people that are like that will like that's a camera in their hand all the time and pulls it out at like whenever is David and Jason. Everybody else is pretty like they have their phone like away until whenever we feel like or like whenever is appropriate. But David and Jason are like every time is appropriate. Like 24 hours a day is appropriate, and they pull out the camera. But like we're used to it now, so it's like We know David.
Yeah, and that's such like a skill to like have of finding like the right moments and being able to like create like the right vibe where you feel comfortable enough to like do it with them and it's not awkward. Like Jason's really good about like wanting to film something and he's not like pressuring you. Like it's really like playful and fun. But like that's why I was like so shy to like start vlogging like right when I like got back last summer, because it was just like too many cameras in the room and like there was still some tension between people like, well, that was my bit. Like, and then you just filmed it on your Instagram story. Like,
no, we never.
I wanted
like that.
Yeah, ever. Now it's.
But I was looking over your shoulder. He's working on something on his little editing program. He's been working on something, and I like did not know. I saw every time I see him working, I'm like, "What you doing there?" He's like, "None of your business," but like as a joke.
What is
it?
It's just like kind of my intro video, like welcome to my channel. But I've been just like working on it for like the past few months, and I hate it because I'll like go away from it, and then I come back, and then I'm like, "Ooh, wait, I'm gonna just tweak something," and it gets.
A few months you've been working on it?
No, that's
but
how
it's
I know
like
he's not gonna be good on YouTube because it's gonna take him 4 months to upload each video.
Well, I've just been having
or he's gonna be really good. Like, or it's gonna be insanely good.
I just want something that's different from what the rest of the crew is doing.
And that's why like when I saw him, like, oh, he's really trying to not be like anybody else. In a group of friends. I really liked it. I didn't know he could edit like that. Like his little like sidekick and all that. Like
like a sidekick. Yeah, it's a little like teased about it, but
I saw him like, Matt, I didn't know you edit like this. He's like, yeah, man. I'm like, can you edit my stuff?
I know I can like Photoshop like really well, so I like understand all of that, and so
I can't believe we're gonna turn it to Team 10. Let's fucking hire you as an editor. I just push all my content onto you.
Team 10.
I'm really excited about doing YouTube, but sometimes I'm just like, oh, like just the thought, because I see how stressed out you get when you have to commit to uploading at a certain time, and you know, just committing to your audience and giving them that entertainment, and knowing that like my remaining weeks, like for who knows how long, are going to just be like committed to that. But I need that grind. I need that.
Exactly. Like, of course.
And it's fun.
Yeah.
Too. Yeah. It's like once you're in the grind, because like when I used to do the same thing, post 3 videos per week, it's like, I don't know. Yeah. It's like, it was stressful, but it's at the same time, once you do it, it's so like rewarding. And then everyone, you know, the audience gets used to it, and like the inside jokes that come out of it and all that stuff.
Right.
Were you ever stressed before you like?
Oh my God, yeah.
Okay, all right.
Oh my God.
I didn't know if like yours was like very in the moment, like, oh, I got this. This is good. This is fun.
No, dude, it was like, because I had a full-time job too at the time.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, you know, half my waking hours were spent like being like, what the fuck? Like, I need content like outside of work. You know what I mean?
Okay, like, so you and like Noel were just like on your lunch breaks, like walking around.
Exactly.
No, I remember.
That's funny. Oh man, I mean, but you still were able to film in wherever you're like working, right?
Like you mean like. Yeah. I was able to, like Noel and I would go out at lunch and whatever. And then a lot of the times we'd film like in the office, which is like technically totally against company policy. Like a lot of times I'd like blur out the whiteboard.
Yeah.
Just like
the top secret what they're doing.
Information, just like.
Which influencer is making the most money just on the board with the friends? It's just like, you want to remove that?
We were like laughing the other day thinking about like all these like young fans who watch all the vlogs and how they like get inspired to start their own vlogs with their friends, but like them like always trying to pull out the camera, but they're like friends not being that funny and then just getting constantly annoyed. Like
we were dying.
Like, why can't we be as funny like Zane and Heath are? Let's try it. So Becca, let's like get coffee talk.
And she's just like forcing her friend to do it, and her friend just doesn't want to do it, and she's just yelling at her.
She's just rolling her eyes at the end of like every take, just like, oh.
That's got to be what the vast majority of them are, right? The vast majority of vlogs on YouTube are people that are like trying to like, because like once you start, you're like really into it. But like if you don't have friends that are into it, like nobody's gonna like get into it. You know what I mean?
It was driving me crazy. Like she like goes back to edit and she's just like,
Becca, I can't use any of this.
Like, what? That wasn't funny. Like, be funny.
But the girl filming has no talent. Like she's just expecting everybody to just do everything.
She's like vlogging in class, like, go to the principal's office. She's like, so I'm going to the principal's office. Just like films it like as she's getting yelled at. Like, like
that's so funny. Oh my! Now that we're talking about like vlogs, Matt pulled up like yesterday. It was a vlog from like 1980s.
It was like
incredible.
What? So I have this like kind of like obsession. I really like doing it, finding like old school video footage of like a certain time, like back in the day, like in the 80s.
Okay.
So there's this video that I found like a few years ago, and it's of a 7-Eleven in 1987 near Disney World. And it's just a guy, these 3 friends, and he has this big like video camera, and he's just recording the moment, walking around the store, asking people how their nights are, picking up magazines, picking up his like big gulp Slurpees and stuff.
The school and everything. It was like a movie set. It was unbelievable. You watch it, you're like, oh my God, it's exactly what you think the 80s look like. And you see everybody acting, and just like they see the camera and they'll like say certain lines. It's like, you don't hear that now, but like you're just seeing them live. And it was like I've never like,
because it was such a novelty to be on camera back then. So the way like just strangers responded to seeing a video camera, they thought they were gonna like be on TV. So everyone's like real excited to like interact with it. But the thing is, like, the moment is just the moment. Nothing's like happening. It's just, so you feel like you're in a total time machine watching it happen.
And it's like a vlog. It's like,
yeah.
Oh, yeah. And like in the 7-Eleven when it's like at 3 a.m. and like you could tell all these people are on cocaine.
Yeah.
Like people are coming in like just like
and there's a girl came in with like the rear view mirror. She came in with it, just that, and she was just like coked out, and you could see on the mirror like lines are like obviously like made on that.
Oh
like,
my God.
It was really funny, but like it was fine it seemed fine at the time. Like,
yeah, you just walk around and do coke in public?
I don't know. But like it seemed more appropriate. Like if you couldn't come in now in 7-Eleven with that thing. Like, I don't know. Like it just seemed, when you were watching it, it just seemed more normal.
Yeah.
Like, to be coked out.
Wait, how did you find this again?
I don't know. When I was like an intern for 7-Eleven, someone posted it like on Reddit, because I was always looking up 7-Eleven things.
Okay.
And someone just had this old video footage, and so I loved it, and I ended up like sending it to my boss, and my boss sent it to the entire marketing team at 7-Eleven, and like the CMO like fell in love with it and like shouted me out on this big email chain for like being their intern. But like that's why I get really proud of it, but I just like, I don't know, I found it on the internet a few years ago. But then somebody posted another one. It's like of a high school in 1985, and it's 30 minutes long of this guy. So we might make like a reacting video too.
It was just unbelievable.
You should.
It's so trippy.
It was so cool. Like, honestly, I looked at Matt, I'm like, this is so cool. This
because you think it's like Decades Day, but it's just actually what 1985 was like.
Like, I didn't know it was a thing to have a camera like that and just go around and vlog. Like,
vlogging is just like the purest form of, or like the first form of content.
Yeah.
And now I understand vlogs. I'm like, I'm sitting here watching this right now. That's what people are doing on YouTube right now.
Yeah.
But it was just,
You guys should just vlog yourself doing coke in a 7-Eleven.
Oh, yeah. Perfect. I think someone should go back to that 7-Eleven and film it at 3 a.m. and do the exact same thing.
You should.
But I feel like everyone would just want to punch you in your face, though, if you put a camera in your face. Now. Like, why are you filming me?
Yeah, now it's like, fuck off.
Yeah.
I own my likeness. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Team 10, you know? I could go hours on Team 10. Just
Dude,
like my thoughts on it.
The thing, so like, I think like 2 years ago or something, when he first started it, he reached out to my friend, Sarah.
Yes.
So she had an interview with them or something. I think like Jake like emailed her and was like, hey, I'm looking for like this sort of role, or maybe he posted a job listing or something. And so I looked it up and I was Googling it, and it was a whole different set of people. Like, it was Jake Paul, but none of the current people were in Team 10 or whatever. It's like completely changed.
Is this the intro video with like Gary Vaynerchuk in it and stuff?
What?
What? There was like a big video.
I cannot hang out with you without Matt.
I wanted to start
Gary
this podcast by being like, this is the Ask Gary V experience.
I have no idea who that is. He's shown me a couple of videos, and I'm just like, Matt, I don't know who it is. I'd rather just,
because I think he's hilarious, but I think he's great. But I find his like personality great. But go on about the.
So it was like, basically I just looked it up. I was like, what the fuck is Team 10? I figured out it was Jake Paul's like management company or whatever. Where they're all living in a house together. But at that time it was like him and like Alyssa Violet and like an entirely different set of people than it is now. Which means like he's like turning over these like people that are supposed to be his friends, but that are also like,
why are you putting at me like I was in Team 10?
Because you told me on the way over here, because Alyssa Violet had a video recently.
Oh yeah, are you keeping up with that, by the way?
I want to say that I'm not, but I fucking am.
I'm on the same page as you, but dude, it's really interesting. I mean, Alyssa Violet posted a video of exactly how they manage this Team 10 house, and it's unbelievable. Like, she was saying her side, and I'm like, what? Like, he would come up with like curfews, and you have to be up at 10. If you're not up by 10 a.m. filming or working, then you're fined
$50.
Everyone has a big pay. It was like rules that he set for all these people. I'm like, Doesn't sound like friends. It sounds more like
it's a business.
Yeah.
Right? Which I think makes sense. Like, I mean, the curfew shit and whatever, that sounds pretty insane. But if you're like running like an entertainment business, I think those things kind of make sense. It's like where that like line, the friendship line, that makes it very blurry.
Yeah. No, yeah. Like when I saw the video, I was like, oh, well, that's what's going on in that house. That's really weird. Like imagine David doing that to everybody. That's just like,
I know. Whoa. I feel like we would all hate each other's guts because like the beauty and the fun of what we do comes from like our friendship. Like that's like the foundation. And if he's like being that strict with like everybody.
Yeah, but just like, make sure you're at my house at 10 a.m. every day. Like
yes,
filming.
sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. Yes, sir.
So, yeah, exactly. Yeah. And yeah. It's just that must be why it's like a whole different set of people. Yeah. It's like now in this video, I like, you know, when he came out with the It's Everyday Bro or whatever video, I watched it. I didn't recognize any person in that fucking video.
Oh,
because they're all the new Team 10 people because all the old ones were like, fuck this and left probably.
So what's that process like? Is like rushing a fraternity to like join like Team 10? I just hope like they're all getting along and there's just, I don't know. I just feel
it doesn't feel
natural,
to me like friendship at all.
Yeah.
Like I watch the videos and it just feels, and which like I'm not happy to admit that I watch the videos, but like, you know, I have to watch the occasional Jake Paul video because it's like watching a train wreck. Or a car crash. And you know, it's like you have to watch it. Yeah. But it's like you don't want to be. You're cringing the whole fucking time.
I know. I can't even watch it.
And I wonder how many views are coming in that are like people like you or me, just like watching it, not entertained, but just I kind of want to see why people are watching it. Like what about it is making people want to come back and watch it? And it's people like us that just keep going back and watching it.
It's got to be like a serious percentage of the views are just people that are just watching it because they're like, I want to see how absurdly shitty this is. Mm-hmm. Which is such a funny like contradiction because then you're like you're giving him a view and you're fueling the fire.
Yeah.
Even though you want the fire to go out.
Yeah. It's amazing though. Like it's bad, but it's like it's just like how he managed to do that. Like how did that happen? It blows my mind.
And their egos have to be like through the roof. Yeah. Like, and I know we all have like our different like levels of success and whatever we're doing, but like we don't like play mind games with each other about that stuff. And I bet like with them, it just gets so competitive. And remember we went to a party at their house one time?
Oh yeah, we've been to a Team 10 party.
No way.
They had a trampoline that was like destroyed in the living room of the house.
By the way, nobody in Team 10 was in the house. They like throw parties and leave.
I didn't see anything.
It was like a frat house.
They have to be back 10 a.m.
Going in 10 p.m. No, I could nobody from the Team 10 was in there because I was looking at them like didn't see anybody, and we were just laughing about them like they just threw a party and just left. Like what if me and you did that? We just threw a party in our apartment and just left. Like,
and their pool was like a swamp. Like it was just like thick like goop and water and like I don't look like a bunch of like
there's more furniture in the pool than in the house.
Yeah, really. They like completely trashed it.
I mean, it's just what happens when a fucking 19-year-old is in charge of an entire mansion. Right? Like,
and remember like their outdoor speakers were just like busted. Like they were like trying to like bump it, but it was just like totally blown out. It was just like turn it off.
I remember Heath and I were just like, damn. Like, it was just it was funny.
Yeah, this
it was like
in the moment. Jam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But yeah.
How did you even end up at a party at their house?
I don't know. It was like I think Dom got an address. And then it was through somebody, and like we didn't know it was that until we got there.
Yeah,
we're like, dude, it's a Team 10 house. We're like, are we gonna go? I'm like, oh yeah, we're going in. We're going in. We got to see what's going on. We need to see what's happening in this house.
And there's just like a painting of like Jake Paul like as Superman like above the stairs.
Dude. Oh my.
And you have to be approved before going in the house. By the way, yes, there was a bouncer at the door, with a list for his house party, which I've never seen before.
She was like a bad bouncer because we were not on the list.
Oh no, yeah, we were. And
I said my name. She's like, okay.
He was like, oh, I love your guys' vlogs. Here, go in.
Yeah.
Go in.
Like, I think she knew. She like knew who we were.
I think she saw we were just getting annoyed, and we're just like, what the just.
Yeah.
So she just let us in. But
like, come on, dude. It's fucking Jake Paul's house. Just let us in.
Yeah. But you have to be like approved. Like during the day normally. Unless like I watched her video, you have to be approved to go into the house. Like if you you have to like call Jake and be like, hey Jake, this person's gonna come over. Is that okay? No, he can't come over. Like it's like it has to be approved, like a process before. So they live there. Do they pay for rent? The other kids?
I don't think so. I think they live there for free, and then.
But that's why they have to commit to all the rules because they're like living.
I think like Jake takes 10% of everything they make.
And then,
which has gotta be fucked up, man. It just seems unhealthy, man. It just,
but it's attractive. It's attractive to people that like kind of like have nothing or happening, or like, you know, they want to. Oh, I want to be like Jake Paul. Yeah. Take 10%. Let me just live with you and have this life.
I guess.
You know. I mean, I'm not saying me, but like I'm sure a lot of people would be attracted to something like you. They see Jake Paul. They see his Instagram page. They see his like videos what he's doing every day. And, you know, someone's gonna be like, well, I don't want to be working at Target the rest of my life. Yeah, take 10% from me. All I got to do is just live under your house rules. Yeah, whatever. And like
claim that you're my family. Okay, fine. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, no, we're a family. No, you're not. No, you're absolutely not. I mean, that's like, and I feel like that's like the fundamental difference between their content and your guys' content is that like you actually care about the audience and like what the audience is watching. Like I can tell, right?
Yeah.
David, all of you guys like put work into editing and all this stuff to make sure that like the audience is actually enjoying and they're entertained by it.
Yeah.
For them, it's just a fucking money factory. Like that was one of the biggest things that pissed me off about Logan Paul's video. He reacted to PewDiePie reacting to his brother, right? Mm-hmm. And then he basically goes on to like roast PewDiePie, and he's like, "Dude, PewDiePie, I get why you did this. Like your views are going down, like and all this stuff, and you're basically not producing great content anymore." And I was like, "Are you kidding me?" I don't know if you guys watch PewDiePie's stuff, but he puts out a video every day that's an original comedic idea, and he executes on the idea.
He still posts every day?
He still posts every day. Wow. Jake Paul or fucking Logan Paul just films his day and sends it to his editor, and his editor makes it funny. And I was like, how fucking dare you call PewDiePie bad content or whatever? What you're doing is not content at all. It's just a way of getting money. You know what I mean? And you're not being creative at all. You're just sending the footage to the editor. He's editing it together, making it funny.
After this podcast goes up, it's going to be like Cody, Zane, and Matt canceled party. Like we're done. Shit. I was so worried when I made that tweet about like Logan Paul. I was like, I will only be on like Jake Paul's team if he calls out Logan for lying about being colorblind. And it did well, but I was like, Zane, I swear he's gonna like tweet hashtag Matt King is canceled party. Or
they don't even know who we are. It's a fine.
Yeah, I know.
Every time I go up to one of them, I feel like they don't even know who I am. I'm just like, hi, nice to see you for the 10th time, and they just like I feel like they just don't know who I am, and that's fine. I don't care. But it's just funny that they're gonna walk. If they saw this, they would literally just have no idea. They'd be like, "The fuck are these kids?"
Yeah,
it's whatever. They have nothing. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, how much? They're gonna be like, "Oh, bummer. Let me check my fucking wallet for how much goddamn money I have in there." Dude, I mean, it's not like Grace. I was on Grace's podcast yesterday.
Yeah.
I get in there. It said Heart Logan Paul on the wall.
What?
And I was like, no
they
way.
just wanted to trigger you.
Oh yeah, no.
And we roasted him.
Oh, okay.
We roasted him.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Grace
she didn't like. Yeah, and she was like,
right.
he's gonna be on the podcast in a few weeks. I was like, are you like nervous?
Really?
About that? Like,
that's awesome.
I know.
I don't think he knows what he's coming. What he's coming into.
No, and I'm sure like Grace doesn't not like him. It's just like we were making fun of him, right? He's an easy person to make fun of. Yeah. Just like I mean, any of us are too. But
honestly,
it's like look at his fucking shirt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
we can make fun of ourselves. I think that's like the
point.
Yeah, I think that's in this being self-aware.
Yeah. The Everyday Bro video, I thought it was I thought it was a joke. Like I was like, oh, finally Jake is like kind of like making fun of himself. Let's see what he has. And I'm like, oh, it's not a joke. It's real. This is real.
And he takes it seriously. I can't believe like any of his friends, like if you were making a rap and you were taking it seriously, and if it was bad, I'd be like, Zane, like that is some bad flow.
Well, no.
Like, none of his friends are telling him that.
Well, dude, all his friends
are all just as bad.
Yeah, or they're like, yeah, dude, like it's good, man.
My favorite was Tessa Brooks. That was like my favorite part of the entire video.
Oh yeah.
It's Tessa Brooks got the competition shook. I'm like, oh my god.
And what did she say? She goes, yeah, smell good. That's your boyfriend's cologne or something. And then Jake comes in and goes, yeah, that's your boyfriend's cologne. And I was like, Jake, why are you saying this line? What are you also wearing?
I didn't understand that. I didn't understand that part. Was that referring to him? Like who's?
I don't know.
I don't know. I didn't understand that part. I was like, who are they talking about? Alyssa still? Because I don't know at this point.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how. And none of the friends stop and be like, dude, this is like, come on, like work on your flow like a little bit.
Yeah, none of them.
But then the second kid comes in, and he's even worse. The kid where it's like, now you barely knew my name and now you want my fame. I cringe so hard.
I just don't get it. You saw Megan's rap? Scotty?
No, I haven't.
Scotty's rap was I was like, damn, Scotty, that's a really good rap.
Scotty can flow.
He can flow really well.
Hasn't he like rapped in the past? Like, has he been making music for a while?
Well, he made a song. He made it like a sad song, but it wasn't like it was a rap. It was a rap. Like,
but like before that, he hadn't made any other.
Like he rapped for all his outros.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's just like for fun.
Okay.
But like if he really tried, I think he could really push out some fire.
I want to go watch, like, because Fitz like produces and like makes all the beats and stuff, right? Like he's a mastermind at that. I just want to watch him like do it in person.
It's so cool. That's my new favorite series on YouTube is Genius, Rap Genius.
Yeah.
They go like behind the scenes with all these producers of like the top rap songs right now, like EXO Tour Life and like all these hot Drake songs, and they'll go in the studio with the producer, and the producer will just open the file. Like literally the file that they sent Drake, and just like go through each part and be like, yeah, this is the 808 that I use. This is the kick that I use. And it's
so sick.
It's amazing. And so you just like get to see like, the bits and pieces or like the parts of the song. And it's always way more simple than you'd think.
That's awesome.
These
where
guys,
is this?
It's on YouTube. It's, it's the channel's called Genius.
Oh, I've never heard of it.
Rap Genius. It's like the same people. Yeah. Cause Dude, that's so sick. I wish I was a
keep
DJ.
talking,
I wish I had like musical talent. Like
you probably do.
I know I do. I guess it's just like I need to like learn.
I've heard you rap a couple times. Like, we'd have nights where like he'll just like go on. He'll just go,
dude,
and we're
I'm
just like,
really,
it's like Matt, damn,
yeah.
God damn, boy.
But I come in and out of it. But sometimes I'll go on like really.
You're really good at like coming up with like just like that second line, but it fits perfectly. Like it's just something clever.
That's the key to freestyling. Is you always need to think of like the second line first. Like make that the clever line, and then do something easy for the first line. Like I know, like if I make a reference about Vine, that's gonna be funny. So I'll be like, I don't know, we've been doing really great. The years have been fine. We've known each other ever since Vine. Like, and then it's like,
all right, do we have something like that?
We do. Wait.
I know it's super late, but like we'll just make it happen.
It's funny because
I can't hear it.
Well, it's a horn. It's a rap horn for you.
I wish I could hear myself because I love that like sexiness of like when you can hear your voice.
I don't know what you know what it is. Maybe the headphones aren't turned on the side. There's a thing there, isn't it? A little switch. Nothing here? I don't know. Those are kind of broken.
Have you ever watched an ASMR
video?
An ASMR video.
What is that?
People really, really like just listening to this type of like.
You guys started off with it, and I thought you were in your last podcast doing that. And I thought you guys were making a joke about it.
No, we were like, did you hear what he was saying? He was like, welcome back to the library podcast.
Oh, yeah.
And we were like
so
telling each other
to the ear like that. I don't know. Because when you just did that, I'm like, wow. I really like that. Yeah.
Isn't it also like, don't they do like really satisfying sounds like popping?
Yeah.
Or
It's a total like fetish, like an audio fetish.
That's so weird.
Now, like I feel like a lot of people don't even listen because they have a fetish. It's just really just soothing to.
Yeah.
I can just see people listening to it as they're working. Just listen to popping.
Yeah. It's like the new fucking.
Do you remember
sounds?
that one like audio thing in high school where it was like called the virtual barbershop, and they like recorded it like with natural ears, and you can like put it on and it sounds like somebody's actually like cutting your hair. The buzzer gets like closer to your hair, and you can hear them like clip it around back, and they walk around you.
No, but dude, you feel like you feel your hair being cut. It's like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
That's insane.
And I remember there was one that's like a French woman that just like walks around you and it gets real close up to your ear and like talks to you.
Maybe I have done this or seen it or whatever. You just put headphones on and
you just put headphones on, and the way the audio comes through the left and right and the way they recorded it, it's like what the natural ears.
Was there another one where he was like hypnotizing you, or is that the same? Is that the barbershop one? Because I know he was like talking.
There's a whole bunch of different ones, but I remember like virtual barbershop was the one that was like going viral.
Yeah.
Huh. It's like the original VR.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing how much sound can do that shit.
Have you played those like VR games where like you're stuck in like a haunted mansion or something, and it's like
I haven't yet, but I've seen
terrifying.
like PewDiePie play those on YouTube, and it seems like it's the most horrifying fucking thing on the planet.
It's
I've done like the VR where like you can like draw like in like a space. Have you done that? Like that's really sick. Like you can like make 3D objects in front of your eyes and stuff. Like that's awesome. Really cool. Like I like made like a light tunnel like on the ground, and I like crawled through it.
That's
like,
sick.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
That's really cool.
Yeah,
I haven't really fucked around with VR.
I just like, I feel like it fries my eyes putting a screen that close.
I just think it's too inconvenient. Like, I think all these companies want to start doing VR stuff, and it's like, yo, nobody's gonna buy VR. Like, it's just really like, I'd rather just watch it on my phone.
Yeah.
Like, they're trying to come up with shows where it's like all VR. I'm like, no one's gonna watch a whole like season on a VR.
I don't know. Have you ever used one of the things?
Yeah,
like, it's a pretty like incredible experience.
I just think that for people, someone to have to go buy it, and to watch something in the moment. Yeah. I don't know. I just think it's like kind of inconvenient. I don't know.
Did I ever tell you about my sketch that I wanted to do about VR porn?
What is it?
Okay, like so it's. I want to say it because I think I'm just never going to.
I've had like 2 bits. I have 2 bits about VR porn.
I think VR porn is a thing already. I mean,
it is. No, there's a section on porn.
Oh, okay. So
like
for VR.
So what do you think?
So my idea was that like when VR porn first started coming out was to be like do the sketch about VR porn, and everyone thinks that like you put the thing on and it's like you POV. But like in reality, VR porn just puts you in the room with the porn stars that are fucking, and it just like smells, and then like, and some like guy asks you to like hold the boom, and then
I know because I like thought that like somebody who had a party one time actually had VR porn and we were putting it on and it was like POV, but I was like, I feel like I'm gonna turn around and I'm just gonna see the guy like standing with the boom mic, and so you're like watching this girl, but you keep looking back and the guy's just like.
I just think it's the funniest concept for like. VR porn is the exact same as normal porn. Like you still don't get to have sex. You're still just watching the sex happen.
I know, and it's even like more really sad funny. Too. Like, because now you're physically having to like, if you want to like stimulate like the position you're in, you now have to like get on your knees and like. But imagine like being in VR porn, like listening to it, and you walk in like on a friend, like or a friend walks in on you in that zone. Or like you're in VR porn and you're just like enjoying it, and then somebody just taps you on the shoulder. Exactly. So you're just like,
no. But what if like you're like what like it was your room that you're in, but like only the people were like it was like a simulator.
Oh,
like it's in your bed, but the simulator is a girl. Like the only thing you're seeing is a simulator. Like a girl's on your bed.
Oh my god!
But just imagine just a friend walking in at that moment.
Like, hey man, what's up,
bro? I'm
and you're just dude. That's what we did. Devin and I did a Vine like that one time. He had the goggles and he just looked down. He was like, oh yeah, and he was like getting head, and he was like, or he did something like that where he was like gesturing. It was me just being like, dude, what the fuck? The creepiest thing ever.
That's funny.
Do you guys like editing?
I do.
I don't like it's before editing that I hate, like knowing that I have a bunch of shit to have to edit. I'm like, oh my god. But as I'm editing, as I'm watching it, then it gets like less and less stressful. But like I can't let anybody else edit for me. I have to edit it. Like, whether I like it or not.
Yeah. I mean, you're picky.
I'm picky because I have a lot of stuff to edit out, and I'm not talking about things we say. I'm talking about like stutters or me trying to figure out what I'm like how to say it.
Yeah.
But that's me all the time.
Okay.
So that's why you see so many cuts in my videos when me and Heath are talking, because I just stutter a lot.
Really?
And that's why I'm scared to do like a podcast or like a show where it's like the camera's just rolling the entire time, because people are just gonna watch you like, damn, Zane stutters a lot, huh? And it's just like very.
I feel like we all do though.
Like, I mean, watching this guy film his outros, which is he says the same thing at the end.
No. I say the same. I don't stutter when I say that. I'm really quick when I say my.
Oh, I think it's like when you have to do a promo. Like you're always having to be like, hey guys, make sure you check out the Sandy Wexler contest. Go here, and I'm like, it's like Zane. I say the lines to him like right before he clicks record. Dude, it's just there. Like,
I'm not good at reading lines. That's why like I could never act in anything, because I'm really bad at memorizing lines. So bad. Like I'll memorize. Oh, I'm good. You throw me. If your camera turns on, everybody crews like, all right, and action.
They're like,
I'm just.
All right, dude, it's just all you got to do is say yes.
Yeah.
See, and we're like complete opposites of that. But for me, like, I don't like speaking on the fly. I get really kind of scared. I like being like in control and knowing what I'm going to say. So that's why like vlogging like kind of freaks me out. Because
that's
just having
crazy.
To be like on top of it, because you're just like quick, bam, bam, bam. Yeah. And I'm like, I think too much.
Like if I got to take over a company's like Snapchat or something, and I got to go to the red carpet and like just be, I could do something like that.
Okay.
But just like acting in a show, I wish I could act in a show, but it'll never happen.
It will. I think it will. Take some classes, man.
A lot of classes. Like by the time I'm good, I'm gonna be dead. Like, it's just gonna take a really long time for me to like really just at least be decent in acting.
I think one thing I've realized just from doing like acting classes and all this stuff is that like delivering the lines like you're worried about like not stuttering and like delivering the line well. It's like that's the least important thing. It's like almost like people like it when you give it a more natural feel. Like if you're just like saying it as you would say it as a person. That's one of the things that the acting class is like all like is like the fundamental lesson is like you are enough. Like don't feel like you need to be acting. Like just do it as you would do it.
Yeah.
And I feel like if you stutter, then you stutter, but it doesn't make you a bad actor at all.
Yeah.
Because it almost makes you a better actor, I feel like.
I feel like that every time I watch Adam Driver act. Do you know who Adam Driver is?
Yes. I think so.
He was like in Girls, and he was plays in Star Wars.
Yeah,
What's
this
his
guy's
name?
dope.
Oh yeah, he's sick. Adam Driver.
I was gonna say click the picture just so I can see a bigger picture.
He's like Julia. He went to
it's like not any bigger.
Same size. No, that's fine. I see it. Oh yeah, no, I've never. What's he in?
He's in Star Wars.
Yeah.
He's been in a bunch of movies. He's fantastic, and he used to be like a former like soldier, and then went to Juilliard, and now he's like a big time actor. But watch him and the way he acts, and like I love watching shows with subtitles because I like seeing how the actors interpret their lines, because that's how it all starts. You may think because like you want to act, but you shouldn't act. And the way he like approaches text, it's the most natural thing ever. It's like you don't, the way he performs, it's not how you would like have expected that line because it's so much more natural than what the line already is, if that makes sense. Yeah. But he's so good.
It's and my acting teacher was saying this like on Wednesday. He said something interesting because like my scene partner was like, she was like, it's weird because I always plan out how I'm gonna say these lines and I get up on stage and it's like totally different. He was like it's a completely different part of your brain. The planning part of your brain and like the performance part of your brain are completely separated. So when you get on stage, you're using the performance part of your brain, and you're like literally planning for that is like planning exactly how you deliver a line is like the stupidest thing you could ever do because that part of your brain is not being used when you're actually in like a performance or whatever. Yeah.
Sorry. Go
like preparation is important, like, memorizing and whatnot. But it's like once you're there and like the delivery and stuff like that is like all part of just like in the moment shit. Which is
as long as you understand the script, then you're like that. It's going to come out the exact way you want it.
And also just like understanding the depth of human emotion, like really understanding how the character's feeling. Yeah. Like, I think sometimes people have difficulty acting because they themselves like really like lack the emotional like depth of like how to really like feel, I don't know, regret or like confusion or like there's like, I don't, it's tough because there's a challenge because it's like sometimes you don't really like think about how deep things really feel.
Could you either, because I know you both act, could you do like a really sad emotional scene?
I did like one.
You did?
Yeah, and it was like my first one ever. Yeah,
really?
I wasn't quite crying, but I like basically almost cried in the scene because I was like, dude, it was
You're able to
insane.
deliver it?
What?
You're able to deliver it?
I was, and it was like it was the exact same thing. I was kind of scared before because I was like, I don't feel sad right now. I don't know how I'm gonna like play this. And then we started doing the scene, and it's like basically 4 of the characters are like really mad at me. And they all confront me at the exact same time. And like they were giving me like a lot of like sadness and shit like that. And I just like, I felt so shitty about myself in the scene. And so I think it ended up, I mean, I don't know, the show's not out yet, but we'll see like how it turns out.
You're just smirking the entire
like just evil fucking grin on my face like this.
Cut, Cody, you're smirking. Sorry guys, just redo it.
Were me and you talking about like imagine just a show that like a show is about a group of like production company trying to film a show and they're just having to deal with bad actors.
Oh yeah, that would be hilarious.
Like that's just really funny, dude.
Cut, dude. Why are you laughing? I'm like, I'm sorry. This is how I feel sad. I'm sorry.
No, you can't. Oh, sorry. Go.
So we did the scene, and afterwards we all just like sat. It was like cut, and then we all just like sat there, and like just it was like exhausting. It was crazy. It was the first time I've ever like really done
what.
Like that. I'm sure like actors now.
No, yeah. Can I ask what show it was? Because I know you were filming something with what's her name? Amanda.
Lauren.
Amy Marie Gardner.
Yeah.
Was it that show?
Yeah, it was that one.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if I can say the title or anything because it's not out yet, so I have no idea.
I'm excited for when that comes out.
I think it'll be. I mean, I think I'm like not good in it. Me, I think everyone else.
Oh, I bet you're great.
Yeah, I think you're fine.
You're good.
It was like my first time ever. Like
you've improved so much though, and I don't think you were ever like terrible before. But when Todd and I were watching Boy Toys, it was like
Boy Toys.
Boy Toys. Oh, it's his Newform Digital show.
Yeah, we did a pilot with Newform Digital.
It's a pilot, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Is it like? Can I find it on the computer?
Yeah, it's on their YouTube channel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
it's really
Check
good.
Yeah. It was fun doing that. But yeah, I didn't really think I was that great in that either.
I remember you talking a long time ago when we were both talking. You're talking about how like you don't want to act. I'm not a fucking actor. Like I just remember you talking, and now you're like just trying to do it.
Yeah,
that's good.
It's fun, dude.
Yeah,
it's a lot of fun.
I mean, you're out here, so like that's the most you can do out here is just or the least. Yeah. Sorry, like the last thing.
Yeah. No, I feel you. But you don't think you'd ever want it? I mean,
I tell people like, look, if you give me a script and I'll try it.
Yeah.
But I could just like Matt even knows. Matt's just smiling at me right now. Just me trying to deliver a line. Matt, I could just see Matt in the back.
Like you actually like having to like just be focused on a scene. Like
just Matt. I can see Matt behind the crew, just like.
That is true. If you ever do act, I can't be on set for that.
No, I want to see you. I want to see you direct something that he's. That would be the funniest.
That could literally be a video. I put a camera behind the camera, and Matt,
and just like Zane. Just say it. It's
Zane,
one word.
You're coming to the room. Your wife and kids have left you.
That's a really good video. That's a really good video idea. Like you giving me like you having a sad script, a happy script, and me trying to deliver those lines, talking to nobody. Like, and you just Zane, why are you laughing?
You're like, Zane, the camera's not rolling. Do it. You do it perfectly, and then you're like, all right, let's roll on it. And you just fuck it up. Zane, you just said it.
I could yeah.
Are you guys going to VidCon?
No, I wasn't invited. We weren't invited.
What?
Our manager, actually, she went to VidCon. She's like, hey, can we get some passes for Zane and Heath? Oh, no, they're not invited. I was like, whoa, what?
Which I think is whack. Like, I still think you guys should go.
We can't go. Like, there's just no.
The people on the West Coast need to see you.
I know, but like, there's just no security. It would be just very irresponsible for us to just walk through.
I know that's what's tough. I guess I just like feel bad for like the people who want to see.
Trust me, yeah, I feel bad too. And it's like it's an hour away. Like, I just think the most VidCon could do is just give us. I think our YouTube company gave us like just regular passes. But like it doesn't exclude us from like the actual floor. Like we can't like it's not like we can go to a special area.
That's so weird.
Can you like tell people like just tweet at VidCon and tell them that you want to see me there, and then VidCon will like get all these tweets like
no, but like I don't want to have to do that, you know? Like that's just I feel
you're
like
just doing it over audio right now. So if you guys want to see him, at VidCon,
hey VidCon, if you're watching this,
when we end this year, to be like, Matt, why did you say that?
No, like I don't know if this is true or not, but like I knew Liza got invited, but like I heard VidCon just assumed that she would bring David as a +1. So it was just really weird that they didn't like reach out to David. They just assumed. Yeah, I know. But like, and I saw the list of guests, and all made sense. A lot of OG people. They should be the first ones invited. You know, they've been on the platform the long. I think OG YouTubers, they deserve like, you know, it's seniority. I don't know. I mean
like, but in terms of like what. Like VidCon as a business, wouldn't it make sense to bring the people that you want to see the most?
Yes, like I mean that's hot talent. There's some people going that I know have like way less amount of like subscribers than you, and they're going as guests of VidCon. And like, don't you think VidCon?
I think it's who who you like they actually enjoy. That's what I think it is. Like
so
I think
weird.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's very
maybe
weird.
It's just like no, I don't want to say it.
I'm like watching my mouth, but I mean you'll obviously know what to put in and what not to put in.
Yeah.
Well, I'm optimistic. I think we will go, and I think something will come.
I'm gonna go to the. I was invited to parties, so I'll definitely be able to see some people going to the parties. I feel like, but that's it.
Yeah.
Like
you guys should get a food truck and do a coffee truck.
Well, that's what Heath was trying to do for VidCon, but he didn't even get invited, so he can't do it. he wanted to do a food truck.
If you had a food truck, you just pull up.
Yeah.
No, you can't. No, you have to have like a permit to go into that spot in VidCon.
And I bet it's already like
you have to pay for that spot.
Right
yeah. Oh yeah, it's already locked in.
Or no, yeah, that's not that spot, but even just like out on the street now, you probably fucking need a permit for that shit too. Like a bunch of kids like on the street, like the least safe thing
you just
ever.
See Heath just like, all right, kids, like everybody's leaving VidCon to go to the Heath's food truck. This is hilarious. Yeah.
Are you going to VidCon, Cody?
No, I no.
No,
But dude,
Like obviously I didn't get like invited like as a like, you know, you're talking about like feature creator, right?
Yeah.
No, yeah, there's no way. They didn't invite me. And so I was like, Mazad wants me to go for like one of the parties or something and then to meet with someone on Friday or something. But I'm flying to Barcelona on that Friday.
oh,
Barcelona. You've been traveling a lot lately.
Yeah.
Is that something is just you do that for a reason, or you just love to just travel, get out of here?
Yeah, I just like love to just go see. I
Like,
mean,
it's
like
not
at
for
least once a
work.
year, like go. Yeah, and then now that I don't have a full time job, it's like I shouldn't. Like, there's no reason why I shouldn't be doing this.
I know. I keep
I know,
getting at him
dude.
all the time, and I'm like,
It's just hard for me to
Zane.
work when I travel because I don't like. I really like to, like. I'm all about. No, sorry. I'm all about being in the moment.
Yeah.
Like if I have to work, I'll work. But like if I'm like going on vacation, last thing I want to do is pull out my camera and film it. But like people want to see that. But I personally, I want to enjoy my time when I'm on vacation with friends.
Good point.
And we all go.
Good
Like
point.
if we're all go to Japan, I don't want to pull out my camera and film anything. I want to like just enjoy my moment with my friends and have a good time there.
Yeah.
But
That's funny. It's like an
Yeah.
interesting thing because it's like that is such good content though.
Yeah.
it is. It's great content, but I don't know. I'm not doing it just to be, but it's just for myself.
Yeah.
Like, I
Yeah,
would
yeah.
love to enjoy this moment.
Yeah. No,
with my
I mean, I
friends.
totally get it, dude.
Yeah.
When I was just in Amsterdam and like I took a bunch of footage when I was in Iceland and I like edited a video and posted it. And then in Amsterdam, I was like, I just don't want to do that again because it's
yeah.
like, it's almost like, it's just like stress. Like how can I fucking like make this into something that's fun to watch instead of me just like enjoying the canals and like the beautiful houses and shit like that.
Exactly. Like, and I was telling everybody, like, hey guys, is there any way we could all just take a break from YouTube for like a week and just like go somewhere and have fun? And David's like, it's like, take a break.
Yeah.
he would be filming the entire thing.
Yeah.
But like, and it's funny because David, like, he plans his life around like post his dates. To
Yeah,
post.
yeah.
Like he had a job to go to Miami for like AT&T, and he's flying back the same day just because he needs to get content back at home. It's like, that's crazy how like you get to go to Miami and get to like just
Yeah.
have fun out there,
crazy.
but like
Yeah.
and I'm like the same way, but
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I was listening to that on his podcast when they were talking about it. And he was just like, dude, he was like, Jason was like, just take a break and like move into your house and all this shit. And he was like, dude, he's like, people would kill to be in my position right now. There's no way I'm going to take one day off.
He works so hard and he does things that he doesn't even really need to do. Like, remember he was like kind of stressing out, like, well, I need to get the cushions that are at my house and bring them back to your apartment.
Yeah.
And you were like, you don't need to do that right now. Just
like,
go
calm down.
drop off.
Like your
And then-
flight leaves in an hour, dude. The last thing I need is my cushions for my couch. Just go. He's like, well, I just want to do it now. I'm like, David, look at me. I don't need them right now. Calm down. Whatever you need to get done before your flight leaves, just do that. Don't worry.
And he said like, okay, I won't get him. And then right when we got in the car, he still went there. And I'm like, we don't need to be doing this, David. You have a flight. And he got nothing else besides the cushions at his house. And we had to squeeze them in his like,
Why?
And then what?
Or was it for a video or something?
No,
or
he
what?
wanted to buy their couch and he took their cushions to his house and he ended up
And he's
getting
just
other
returning it,
couches.
yeah.
So he needed to bring them back to their place. And then even when I was taking the cushions out, he still had 2 more left. And I go, I'll come back down and get these. He goes, no, I'll bring them up. And I was like, you don't need to do that. And then I still came down and he was still in his car on his phone. I'm like, I'm taking these. Have a safe flight.
But he'll over like filming too. Like most of us, whatever we film, it's usually good enough. Like especially like you plan something and it's good content. David, he'll film something and he doesn't put it in. I'm like, David, that was a really good like scene. Why didn't you put that in? It didn't work. I'm like, that's crazy. Give me that footage. Give me that footage. It was awesome. Like
I can't imagine this shit. That's just like
I feel like he stresses himself out way too much. I think he needs to just calm down a little bit and just kind of like go with the flow. But I mean, I guess that's
does he delete all of his footage?
No. I think extra footage he always keeps it just in case he needs to put like outros after the outro stuff.
Yeah.
But like he doesn't put a lot of good stuff in, and just it blows my mind. At the same time, just like it's David's video. He wants it to look a certain way, and it needs to be perfect for him, and it makes sense. I mean,
what do you do with all your extra footage? You all like put it on a hard drive somewhere and like.
Extra footage I dispose, but the actual vlog file I'll keep.
Okay.
Because I know I'll probably use it again. I could see myself posting something revolving around it later on in the future, but only that. I don't keep like extra footage.
Okay, really?
Yeah. Because it's not really important, especially mine, because I put a lot in.
Yeah.
I put a lot of the footage in. So like if I'm cutting it out, it's garbage.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just not
Do you
useful.
keep all your footage?
Yeah. Everything.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I have no idea why. I never really use it. And it's like, you know, a lot of times I'm not like, for my videos, it's just me sitting in front of the camera. So a lot of times it's me fucking up sentences and stuff like that.
Yeah. Really? You keep that?
I keep it. Yeah. I keep it all on a hard drive.
Why?
I have no idea. It feels weird deleting it.
Like do you feel like you're losing something when you delete that?
A little bit.
Okay.
No, I'm kind of like that the same way. Like I just like those clips on their own, and if I ever want to revisit them, I can truly fully see that moment and what was happening like at that party or what I was filming. And like,
isn't it crazy that we get to show our kids footage like this?
Oh, I know.
Like our parents could never show us footage like
to it.
Could never show us footage like this. Like,
you see your picture of your dad like 20 years ago and you're like, whoa, that's crazy. Now like our entire lives are documented. Like they're going to be able to see everything.
And whatever they see us do, they're basically going to use it against us.
I know. I'm worried my kids are going to be like, so Matt, when they were all vlogging, why weren't you vlogging? Like they're like going to like find like some like mistake.
Well,
like,
you see, I was working on my intro video for 4 or 5 months.
Well, I can already tell they're going to hate you because they're going to call you Matt. You didn't even say dad. You're like, Matt.
I know, right? So they're already disrespecting me by calling me just by my first name.
You know, there's a lot of kids like I've heard kids call their parents by their name. I'm just like, don't be an asshole. Like, why are you calling your parents by their name?
Oh, I don't know. That's a weird thing. Or I had a friend growing up who always called his mom, like he would call his dad and go, "Hey, where's my mom?" Like he wouldn't say, "Hey, where's mom?" Like he would say, "My mom." And then he'd ever talk to his mom, he'd go, "Where's my dad?"
To be fair,
sounds like he's in a fight with his dad.
But it's a weird like possessive thing. I don't know. I just thought it sounded weird. But do you ever think our kids would like be friends with each other? They'd be like, "Oh, dude,
we'll force them to be
Zane.
friends with. We'll force them to be friends with
your dad. Your dad's Matt. Like my dad's Zane. Like we like.
There's no way that you wouldn't have introduced the kids already.
Maybe, but we could have a big falling out or whatever.
I don't think so. We're not Team 10. I think we're good.
I always wonder like how we're gonna be when we're all like retired and stuff. Like
I would love to just get like a big neighborhood. Like, I wish we could build a neighborhood and have houses in this neighborhood and we just all live in this neighborhood.
Dude, do it.
Like, with houses, with a backyard. That's, I feel like you really, like, imagine living that life where you get to be with your friends and your kids get to be friends with each other and then you just die. You die of old age. Like, that's just such a good life to live.
I think,
like, you end.
When we were on Scott's, like, yacht party thing for his birthday and we were going around Newport and you see just, like, all these old folks that just basically kind of, like, teamed up and just bought like a bunch of houses all next to each other and it's like the big vacation thing. I was like, who's going to be living in these places by the time we're 60? Like it's going to be like people like us. And I was like, wonder if we're just gonna be old salty dogs like that.
Isn't that like, that's like kind of the dream, right? Is like getting rich enough to like buy just like houses next to all your friends. Like, isn't that like the child? Like,
because you have to like build and you have to build. You can't, there's no houses where you're gonna be all next to each other. You got to build this neighborhood.
Well, I was reading the founder of Zappos book, or Tony Hsieh or whatever his name is, a long time ago. And like when he first got rich from his first company or whatever, he was like 24 or something. And he did that. He bought like an entire building and his friends moved in like below and above him. And they had like this giant, like essentially like a frat house sort of.
We were talking we're literally talking about it. Heath and I and Matt were outside of our balcony and we're looking at there's an apartment building being built in front of us.
Yeah.
And we're just looking and we're like, Heath, you know how like Team 10 or all these other people, they have a huge mansion and just people live in it. What if we just bought an apartment building?
Yeah.
And just like everybody has their own space, but we live in the same building. And then after everybody leaves, you have the building now. Now you can rent it out to like other people that I think that's just a great idea. But then at the same time, I don't want to live in an apartment.
And we were saying like it's not, I mean, we're basically just doing what Team 10 does, but it's not just like creators, but then you have somebody who's incredible at like photography and just like takes like all the Instagram photos and edits, and it's just everyone's just like, it's
and there's a creative house. There's a curfew too.
And there's a curfew, of course, and you have to be up at 10 a.m.
All right, Matt Paul.
Dude, this apartment right here is for lease, and I think Colby and Adam might move in there.
Word?
Yeah.
I don't know who that is.
Our close friends. But it's like this apartment, it's like the same building, basically. Like they're the exact same. So this apartment is literally the exact same as this one.
I think you need to build like a bridge.
I know, we were thinking like zip line, like off the thing.
But then I'm like, you could just shout across the window.
The telephone.
Yeah. Then you could just go, just talk.
No, but I'd love to just like, I think that would be the last thing I'd like to do is be in a neighborhood with all my friends, and then our kids have to be friends. They just have to be friends with each other.
Yeah, just make
how
them.
It is.
Just make them be friends. Be friends.
If you're friends
Daddy,
as kids,
I don't like Matt's kid.
Oh gosh.
Fuck up. You're gonna like him.
And they all just like, and then they end up becoming like the new Team 10.
we're just raising a bunch of fuckboys.
They all become internet creators. They're all homeschooled. They just like are like the worst.
You know what though? Like you got to think about that though. If you're gonna like spoil them like that, like as kids, that's
a tough thing. Like, one day you're gonna have that conversation of like, if you're gonna continue this like internet career, making content and sharing your life, when you do bring a kid into the world, you have to decide like, are we going to like show this person, like, you know, Casey Neistat like never shows his like daughter's face. And you just don't want that type of like, I don't know. It's just, you don't want to do that to the kid where it's like, I felt like I was never able to like come into this world and be something of my own. You guys have made me this internet thing and the world only wants to see me.
That's true. That's a good way to look at it.
So it's a tough thing. Like,
it's the same thing with like child actors and whatever too. That's why.
Oh yeah. Right? Or like celebrities, kids and stuff.
Thing.
But I think it just all comes down to having those types of conversations and encouraging the kid like to be creative. And
it all depends on how you are too, how you like look at yourself and like how you want them to look at what you're like, doing too.
Yeah. I just want somebody to get married in LA. I feel like I just want to go to a wedding with all of us. Matt, I don't want to get married, but I just want to go.
You're going to be the first one married. I think your wedding's going to happen first.
No. I think who will be the first person
David
to
and
get
Liza.
married? David and Liza. That'll be a hell of a wedding.
That'll be a great wedding. Yeah.
Oh man.
Where do you think they would like get married?
India.
In India? No, they wouldn't. Not in India.
Liza comes in a fucking elephant.
That's a real. I didn't realize that's a real thing with wedding. Like my buddy invited me to one of those weddings.
Oh, you've been to
a wedding? I guess
you've been to an Indian wedding?
I didn't go. I was like, sorry, I can't do it. I got work or something like that. And he says like, all of a sudden I get a text last Sunday. He's like, this is what you're missing, and it's the fucking bride and groom coming in on a fucking elephant in Orange County. I was like, where do they even get an elephant? Where do you get an elephant?
That elephant has to shit down the aisle. Like, and what kind? Like, oh.
And like, what space is big enough for like? I was like, where is this wedding? Like, what?
No, elephant is like that's over the top. You don't. Indian weddings don't normally like elephants, but they just wanted to be over the top.
Okay, yeah.
But I have like family that's like Pakistani, Indian.
Okay.
So I've been to like a bunch of like just gatherings of that like with them.
And they're crazy, right?
They're not crazy. They're just very Indian.
They're not your family. I'm just saying like the wedding.
Indian.
The weddings.
Oh, the weddings are they're like
they party, like don't they? Isn't that like a big deal?
It depends on the religion. Okay. The ones I've been to, it's strict. They literally separate the men and the women. You don't see the women. They're in separate sides or separate rooms. And the bride will like party with the girls, and the groom will party with the guys. It's really weird. That's what the wedding I went to. So I didn't see any girls. And then it was
crazy.
Yeah, that was like one wedding. And another wedding, it was no. It depends on the religion. Like the wedding I went to there, it's like they're called Shia. It's like a form of Muslim.
Okay.
But like it's very strict, and it's like strict as in where they have to separate the men and the women. But then there's Muslim weddings that are like, you know, they drink. There's some Muslims that like drink and like, so, like, you know, and they're together and they're more of like not conservative. They're just more of like,
it's like, it's my wedding day. Nobody better be hooking up on my special day. Like, you don't want like anybody like.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know,
this is the only love that's allowed to be happening.
Right.
Me and my husband.
That's funny. No, it's funny. And like, I love how weddings are supposed to be like, it's a good time to try to find someone else. Like they do that in movies where it's like, it's a good setting to try to find a girl.
Yeah.
Or a girl to try to find a guy.
Because it is, right?
Have you ever crashed a wedding?
No. That's only a movie. You've crashed a wedding before?
I've like crashed a reception one time, like at a hotel I was staying at. Like,
and you just didn't even know the people. You just like.
No, yeah, we just went in. Like we were already like dressed nice, and we just decided to go in and dance on the dance floor. We didn't stay there long, but it was pretty funny.
It's the best. I mean, it's the best parties to crash into because like nobody knows anybody in there, so it's just like a free for all.
Yeah, and just say you're like, I'm Aunt Betty's kid. Like, oh yeah,
Aunt Betty's kid.
They're like, Aunt Betty died. Wait, that's just like literally a joke from Wedding Crashers, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Or like,
I've never seen Wedding Crashers.
Yeah, they just like make up a name or whatever and just run with it.
All right, guys.
Great.
All right,
I'm gonna wrap it up.
Yeah. How long was that?
An hour.
Wow.
Yeah.
That just flew by.
I didn't even do an intro. We just like started.
I was about to like bring it up. I was like, didn't you have like a new intro that you were gonna like?
I'll do an intro now and I'll cut it in.
Okay.
At the very beginning.
Great. All right. You're gonna keep that in, right? Just keep this in.
Yeah. Exactly.
Just put it in.
Yeah. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Insanely Chill. This is the weekend edition, and I'm joined with my friends and YouTubers Zane Hijazi and Matt King. And
this is great.
All right.
I'm having a lot of fun.
Now let's start talking about shit now.
Okay.
And now the outro. Thank you guys for watching. Follow Matt and Zane on YouTube.
Make sure to like and subscribe.
And make sure to like and subscribe to this guy right here.
Yeah.
And we'll see you next time.
All right. Peace. Bye, kids.